a lot going on. Let me say that again. There's been a lot going on when it comes to the activity in the ocean. Not just in the ocean, but as above as well. So, you know, my question is, what is the fish in the ocean trying to tell us, y'all? That's the question that we need to ask ourselves. See, we become so distracted throughout time that we forget what's happening around us. And when I say what's happening around us, I mean what's going on not only in the celestial world, in the cosmic world, but also what's going on with Mother Gaia as well. We have not been paying attention, y'all, and that is exactly what they want us to do. But see, luckily, you have people who have already stepped into their purpose, and they pushing this information out here to y'all as fast as possible. So y'all do me a favor, man. As soon as you come in, like this up, drop them nines to let me know my audio was great, y'all. Like this up, share it, and drop them nines to let me know my audio was great. We finna get ready to cut up in terms of, you know, what's going on, because not just the water, it's a lot going on in the skies, y'all. It's a lot going on in the skies. But see, the point, look, I'm gonna tell y'all what's happening. And what's happening is exactly what they want y'all to do. They want you to walk around with your head down all day, not paying attention to what's going on in the skies, because it's a lot of activity going on. And it's a lot that'll really, really F you up if you just look up. I guarantee it. It's going to blow your mind to know what's going on right above your head once you start to sit these electronics down and you just look up. And it's best to look up when you go somewhere where it's kind of clear at, where ain't nothing going on, like in a space where there's no buildings, not too many trees or anything, but it's not a lot of activity as well to distract you so you can just look up. I guarantee you're going to start to see the stars moving and everything. You're going to start to really understand and understand what the Atlanteans meant when they said the stars are the ancestors. Because you're going to start to see the stars is actually going to move, y'all. They're going to come in and they're going to set their place for you. Understand what I'm trying to tell you? Kerry Swamp, welcome to Live. They're going to set the place for you. I'm telling y'all, bro. And it's going to amaze you. And you're going to be able to look at them and distinguish the fact that that's not a plane. Because if it was a plane, you would generally be able to see a light on it or something that would indicate it would be a plane. No, it's going to be the same color as the star. And it's going to shoot in. I watched one last night, man. Me and my son watched one shoot in last night. It was light, right? And then once it got to a spot, it dimmed out. You know what I'm saying? And I pointed it out to somebody. They was like, dang, it just disappeared. I'm like, no, it ain't disappeared. That's it right there. It's just dimmed its light out. So that's why I say we got to start looking up. But when it comes to the ocean, y'all, it's a lot going on. But, you know, let me go ahead and kick this out with the right spiritual energy. I want to say peace to the gods and goddesses, peace to the ancestors, peace to the high vibrational beings, peace to the spiritual guides, peace to the archangels, and peace to my spiritual team and the Most High for giving me the strength to do what I do on a day-to-day basis. I love them, I love them, I love them, man. Y'all already know what it is.
Yeah, I'm about to expose every lie they done told, like how they trafficking kids and why they ain't got a soul. They feeding off our energy, trying to destroy the globe. They got weather control, they even making it snow. But we can't run from it, gotta grab it by the antler.
Like I say, don't be afraid to pound that like button up, to hit the share button and drop them nines to let me know my audio was great. Also, if you're not catching me over here, you need to be catching me on YouTube on Tuesdays at 7:45. Somewhere in between 7 o'clock to 7:45, we're going to be on YouTube. That's Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays, y'all. All right? So, yeah, I don't know how many of y'all know it or not, but it's a lot been going on as per usual, y'all. I want to say since the year 2020, y'all, it has been a lot that has been starting to uncover in terms of, like, what's really happening on this plane and planet. Now, if you ever read Columbus diaries and things like that, then you know in his diaries along the journey, they would speak of mermaids and things like that. But now it hit different because a lot of these mermaids are actually starting to reveal themselves. We got footage of mermaids actually swimming on rocks, y'all. They doing all type of stuff. This has been going on since the year 2020. They've been popping out. So the plane of planet is telling you, yeah, it's more than one thing to actually exist on this plane of planet, other than yourself. I'm showing you what's really, really happening on this plane of planet, y'all. Everything that is being hit, you have to understand. For those of you who don't understand what revelation means, this is the time of revelation we're in. The word revelation means to reveal. Everything in this moment is being revealed, y'all. Okay? The proof is in the pudding. The frequency of the planet is starting to rise, y'all. We starting to see all these white mooses appear. The white squirrels, they're appearing, y'all. It's a lot going on the plane of planet, y'all. Okay? Yeah, it's a lot. We got jazz walking down in Miami. Okay, it's just so much going on. This is what I'm trying to make y'all aware of, like what's really, really going on while you're being distracted, while you walking around, even in your free time, with your head down. You see what I'm saying? On your phone, scrolling up, probably trying to take care of some business in some way, form, or fashion. But either way it go, it's still a distraction. Okay, now we see what's happening with the ocean, y'all. The ocean is starting to warm up. Global warming, as they want y'all to think. The ocean is starting to warm up. That's the global warming that they want y'all to believe that's happening. When we know what's really, really happening, y'all, the ocean is warming up. We see whatever is happening is almost as if the fish is trying to get out the water now. Yeah. It's like the fish trying to get out the water, y'all. Are we paying attention to what's going on? I mean, this ain't the first time we see it, because we done seen thousands of whales run up on the water. You know what I'm saying? But I want y'all to understand, y'all, that, you know, we finna get ready to go through a transit, y'all, and it won't be long. I want y'all to keep y'all eyes open, y'all. I want y'all to continue to do what it is that you're doing in terms of raising your frequency to make yourself more consciously aware of what's going on around you, right? Because whether you want to believe it or not, we got this star that's coming at us, y'all. It's a red dwarf star. They call it Planet X, y'all, okay? But we know it as Planet Nibiru, okay? Make no mistake, every 3,600 years, this planet comes through here and it resets everything, and it wreaks havoc through its journey, y'all. Make no mistake of it. Y'all drop them nines up like in a chariot. But see, they don't want y'all to know this because they don't want y'all to lose faith in them. Once you start to realize, bro, that there's other shit going on in the cosmos that's affecting our realm of reality, then you start to lose your faith in them. They don't become the ones that you run to, y'all, and they need you there. They need to keep you under control, you know, why they got you here. Say, look, Julie Ramos say water is heating up, killing the whales. I'm telling you why it's heating up, because I keep telling y'all, man, whether you want to believe it or not, the photon rays on that sun is becoming so hot. I mean, not the photon rays, okay? When we talk about the CMEs in the sun, it's been major coronal mass ejections. You no longer have that, you no longer have what is known as a magnosphere, okay? Or a magnetic field that resides over your plane of planet, which is supposed to, really supposed to, save you or keep you protected from those solar flares, you know, that's happening on the sun. The water is heating up. The planet is starting to tilt back on its axles. When we go back into history, I want y'all to understand that the Zulu tribe, the Mayan tribes, many Indian tribes, y'all, said that it was a time that the moon did not exist in the sky. Now, why is that important? Why am I bringing that up? Because before this moon actually came to our sky, there was no such thing as seasons, okay? And how those seasons actually came about is that when this moon was actually drugged into our sky, it caused our planet to tilt on its axles, okay? It caused it to tilt on its axles, okay? So you have to understand, before this moon was actually drugged into our atmosphere, it was a misty look all the time. Yeah, when the sun came out, you could not actually feel the rays of the sun, okay? So when this moon was tugged in, what it did, it caused all of that drizzle to come falling down on the planet. And hence, that's where you get that 40 days and that 40 night rain that they talk about. Okay. And so, you know, a lot of this is being recorded. I keep on telling y'all in the Epic of Gilgamesh and things like this. Okay. But see, when you get into the biblical context of it, a lot of that is taken from these ancient texts. It was put in there and chopped up to make it sound a certain way so that it could be given to the masses and that they would be able to follow them. You know, it was all about rulership and dictatorship. Okay? But yeah, make no mistake, y'all. The water is getting hot because of this plane of planet that's coming back into our atmosphere that they call Planet X. Okay, and it has an egg-shaped orbit. They call this planet the red dwarf star, y'all. It's a binary twin to our sun, which indicates that our planet is what? A binary star system. Now, you got a lot of people saying that they seeing 3 suns, but, you know, it's in my opinion that this third sun that they're talking about could actually be one that could be created. Now, why do I say that? I say that because we seen China actually in the middle of the night launch their own sun, y'all. They launched it in the sky, and it gave off a light so bright, right, that it lit the sky. You see what I'm saying? So with that being said, we already know that it's capable. You know, we already know that it's not hard for them to do. They could do that. They have that type of technology, y'all. And so another thing that tells me is that they preparing for something. Why is it necessary for you to create a sun anyway? See, these are questions that we don't ask ourselves. Why is it necessary for you to create a sun anyway? We already have one that's natural to the planet. Excuse me. Now, come on. What do we need? What do we need a sun for? A created sun. Ask yourself that. But see, I keep telling you, man, when it comes to the Vatican purchased an infrared telescope, y'all, in the year 2009, and they've been watching the second binary star since the year 2009, when it was located in a Pisces star constellation. So they know it exists. They know it's coming back around, and they know that what's happening on this planet right now has a lot to do with this star coming closer to it. Yeah. See, it's real, and y'all better wake up, y'all. Don't get too distracted down here. Always keep your eye on the goal. You need to make sure that you are aware. You're trying to do what's necessary to raise your frequency so that when the time comes, you will be able to make it through it. Yeah. And I ain't talking to no specific culture when I say this. I'm speaking to every one of y'all, every one of y'all that's on this live right now. I'm saying that you need to raise your frequency so that you will be able to make it through, because when this star comes along, it's going to cause a calamity. See, this is what they was talking about when you get into the biblical context and they give you revelation and they talk about, you know, the planet being destroyed. This is what they were talking about. See, it get a little deep when you get into that Bible. You know what I'm saying? And see, I keep telling y'all, man, the problem with us is that we take the Bible from the way that we've been taught it and not from our own understanding. They tell you don't take it from your own understanding. Take it from the way that your minister gave you. Don't look into it from your standpoint. That's why you see things, you know, from the perspective in which they want you to see it. That's how you keep, you know, well, that's how they keep the control over the masses, right? Which goes back to what I was just saying a minute ago when I was just saying, you know, that's what it was done for. Especially when we get into the story of Tammuz and things like that. Okay? But yeah, y'all, this is what's going on. And I want y'all to, you know, to be aware. Because guess what? To be aware is actually to be alive. That ain't nothing that I just get on here and say. You see what I'm saying? Because I can guarantee you $1,000 to a bucket of shit, they ain't building these underground bunkers for no reason. Not at the rate that they've been building them lately. What you preparing for 20 years from now? Who you trying to save 20, 30, 40, 50 years from now? And even if you is trying to save somebody that long, you know, for what? And then you would think that even in that time, right, even in 20 to 30,000 years from now, or 30 years from whatever, how many years right from now, right? We would have think that technology would have progressed to the point of where, you know, we living somewhere in the Jetsons. Our community will resemble the Jetsons in some way, form, or fashion if we talk about technology. So why are you building underground? Yeah. That's what's going on with it. Let's not take our eye off the ball, y'all. What's happening right now is that this planet is slowly approaching our planet. So now what you're seeing happen is it's causing the water to tilt over. Not only are the fish trying to get out, but you're starting to see sailors are now pulling out of the water, y'all, all type of fish that they never discovered. Even though we knew that they existed in the water, sailors are now pulling out, you feel me, all type of stuff from under the water. You have to understand, it's a whole world under the water, y'all. Yeah. Understand what I'm trying to tell you? It's mermaids down there that's able to communicate with one another. If dolphins can communicate with one another to the point of where they telling you, like, hey, we don't want y'all out there to communicating with the dolphins, right? Unless we got some dolphins put to the side that y'all can communicate with. You feel me? But look, it's dolphins out here that you can communicate with that they done made a bill or a law or rule for you not to communicate with. And it's underground mermaids. We know this to be a fact because we've been seeing these mermaids pop up since the year 2020 now. They've been out sitting on rocks, and then when they get caught on camera, they jump deep back in the water, you know. And we ain't talking about nobody with no suits. We talking about real live mermaids. Showing themselves off, y'all. It's a whole nother world under the water. A whole nother civilization that's under the water, and with the frequency rising and this plane of planet coming back into our planet and causing everything to reset, we finna start to see it more and more. I ain't never seen no white squirrel. Never do one exist. Never heard of a white buffalo, y'all. I've never seen it. You see what I'm saying? So I just say we have to pay attention, because you have to understand, bro, that nature is going to give you the warning before the destruction anyway. Nature is going to give you your warning before the destruction. That's a big fact. If you want to know what's going on, you know, with the weather, with nature, whatever, you need to look toward nature. You feel me? Because if you want to be technical, man, it's very rare that you're going to find somebody that's going to come to you that's going to be that tapped in to the point of where they can predict nature. They having a conversation with nature. It hit different. You feel me? Yeah, somebody said, yeah, it was gorgeous. It was a nice white movie, but I'm just saying, bro, like, we never seen these things. Now all of a sudden they're happening, y'all. And it's happening at a large rate. We seen one white squirrel, and then all of a sudden 10, 20 of them pop out. I don't know if this is something that they creating in the lab, y'all, or what. But my point is to say, y'all, it's a frequency that's on this plane, the planet, y'all. We being distracted, bro. That's just life, y'all. Ain't no way for you not to be distracted on some level. That's the way this shit's set up. And, you know, guess what? I ain't finna get on here and flex with y'all until we can all get on one frequency and we can move under one sound, y'all, as one body, one sound. It's always gonna be, you know, some backlash to this shit. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna always have to get to a point of where you're gonna be distracted. You feel me? Because that's the way they got the life. That's the way they got it set up. But at the same time, I don't want y'all to make no mistake, man. Yeah. It's getting out of hand, bro. Like, we can't take our eye off of this. And I'm going to tell y'all another thing that I've noticed. And this might be me getting off the subject a little bit, y'all, but now look. Yesterday, I went to go see, we went to like a little outside theater and stuff, right? And I went to see Bad Boys 2 or whatever, okay? So I was looking at Martin, y'all. And if you watch the whole Bad Boys 2, Martin has this whole vibe about him that's very spiritual. He's talking about the universe and all this, y'all. Peep game about what I'm telling y'all, okay? The reason I'm bringing this up is because when Martin get into the universe, when that started being his lingo, he don't even sound nor feel like himself in the movie. He didn't even have the energy of Martin. Okay, I ain't feel the energy of Martin coming through that through that screen, y'all. Understand what I'm trying to tell you, right? But now, the reason I say this is because I want y'all to see how they're infiltrating the conscious and the spiritual community, y'all. I want y'all to look at it. And y'all need to pay attention closely. They starting to make it a marketing strategy. Okay? So they're now promoting the spiritual community inside of the movies. Y'all drop them names up for me, y'all. Realize what's going on. Right now, they are now promoting the whole spirituality, the movement of spirituality inside the movies, to where you see Martin saying, oh, the universe, woo, woo. And you starting to see more and more celebrities come out, y'all, okay? And tell you how spiritual they are. And look, I'm not going to say that celebrities are not spiritual. You feel me? Some of them come from the same background and they have the same movement. They connected to their ancestors in some way, form, or fashion. I'm not taking it from them, but I want you to know, anytime we starting to see spirituality come out, I'm talking about from a natural standpoint, in its raw nature, okay? You have to understand, bro, when it's in Hollywood, they doing it because they want to control a narrative in some way, form, or fashion. Yeah, I keep telling y'all this is a spiritual warfare. And what's happening in the spiritual manifests over to the physical, right? So you have to understand, bro, what they're trying to do right now is, bro, they're trying to control the narrative. We're going to put somebody in there. You know what? We've already made them learn to love and like these people already. Why not use them for what it is that we've done, that we need? We need to create the narrative. We need to keep control. Open up your mind, open up your eye, right? And start to see things for what it is, y'all. You have to get past the point of wanting to be entertained all the time. You have to get past the point of wanting to be entertained all the time. See, when you being entertained, it makes it hard for you to be able to notice or be able to see who is real and who is fake. Therefore, you running into a motherfucking brick wall all the time. So now they done put the celebrity right here, right? And you feel me? You love him. You love how he getting off. You forgot that he's an actor to begin with. And now he's doing a very well job at acting, making you like him and love him even more because now he's in some way, form, or fashion vibrating at the frequency, you know, that you vibrating at. And this ain't for the look, for the real, because the real gonna be able to see it. The real gonna be able to feel that fake ass energy like, look, I see what's going on. I'm stepping back and I'm seeing it, but I want y'all to know, y'all. I keep telling y'all, man, when you have people that's gonna give it to people in the raw, that's gonna give them raw history, that's gonna give them their raw mind, unapologetically. They don't want nobody up there doing that, y'all. Okay? They don't want that. They don't want nobody getting up here telling you about, you know, the real history of what happened, how mankind was really developed. They don't want you going against the narrative of what it is that they told you about God, who God is, so on and so forth, y'all. They don't want you going against that. They took years and years to put all of this stuff into place. They don't want these type of things happening. You see what I'm saying? Wake up, man. Wake up, y'all. And I know I got off a little bit, but I just want y'all to know because the Most High, my spiritual team, they put that on my mind to let y'all know. Look, realize what's going on, y'all. For those of you who seen that movie Bad Boys, go drop them names if you seen Bad Boys, man. Drop them names if you seen Bad Boys. The first thing that I noted when I seen Bad Boys is it was Martin energy, okay? And the reason I really noted it was because so many people was already talking about it on the internet already, okay? So I noted his body language, and then it started to look almost as if Martin got a mask on. It's like somebody playing Martin, y'all. Like he got a whole mask on. Like I say, his energy is not there. And then as we get further in the movie, I started to notice how Martin is continuously making thought process. Like he's giving spirituality. He's giving spiritual movement. Like, oh yeah, the ancestors, the universe. You know what I'm saying? And then they're pushing that toward that, like he's having this sort of awakening so they can sell this, y'all. They want to make it a product and be able to control the narrative, and that's what we have to be aware of, y'all. Say AI is effing real. That's big facts. We already knew they had the clones, y'all. If you don't know that cloning is real at this point, if you somebody to see this video or on this live right now and you can't understand or have no understanding that cloning is real, this is the wrong motherfucking page for you to begin with. And the reason I say that, because we done already talked about clone aid and you know how they, spoke about, working with Michael Jackson, or allegedly work with Michael Jackson. Okay. And, but clone aid is a real cloning, whatever they want to call themselves, a cloning center, right? That you can actually look up via the internet and see that they real, y'all. We done seen Jalen Rose sitting up there looking like a robot. We seen Bill Clinton the same way, y'all. We know that Mach 4, whatever they want to call them, Mach 5 robots really exist because we seen this, y'all. We know that we have, goddammit, people that don't have an inner monologue that live amongst us, y'all. Some of these people are Mach 5 robots. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? So with that being said, I want y'all to know, but it's getting more like evident. His eyes is red throughout the whole movie, as if he probably smoked a lot of weed. I don't know. Is that what Martin doing on his off time? But I'm just saying his eyes was red the whole time. You know what I'm saying? But it's just like he was off beat, like he had no soul. Like he had no soul, But yeah, the Most High, my spiritual team, put that on my heart to say that, y'all, in terms of it's a spiritual warfare. Make no mistake of it, y'all. It is a spiritual warfare. They know what's happening. They know the energy on the planet is rising, y'all. And whatever they got in the back of their mind, y'all, they still hoping that in some way, form, or fashion, they can survive what's already destined. You see what I'm saying? So therefore, they want to keep this type of hold on you to make you believe that, you know, ain't no such thing as this star that's coming our way. And the water generally heats up around X amount of years, so on and so forth. So they're giving you new education other than what it was that you've been taught in school, so on and so forth. You know what I'm saying? They have no real explanation as to why it is that all of these fish are starting to be pushed up, you know, like they running away from the water now. You know what I'm saying? Why it is that we seeing white squirrels, white mooses, why it is that they don't have no explanation for these type of things, y'all. Why is it that all of these crazy ass fish, these real rare fish are starting to be found as well, y'all? They have no real explanation for this. So it's going to be up to you to tap within yourself, y'all, to get past all of the distractions and to be able to see things for what it really is. Yeah, the time is coming. I keep telling y'all, you about to get ready to see something that you ain't never seen to begin with anyway, y'all. Yeah. I want y'all to understand, bro, that right now, the energy on this planet is happening at a fast rate. Things are happening at a fast rate on this planet, y'all. Make no mistake. You see what I'm saying? And that's why I say, you know, 2025 is next year, y'all. What's going to happen next year? Like, you have to understand, these people have goals. They have Agenda 2020. They had Agenda 25. Then they have Agenda 20. They actually have 5-year goals and 10-year goals that they have set up that they're going to execute no matter what, okay? I want you to know that 2020 is the year that Havoc was just ranked beyond, I'm talking about beyond measures. Since the year 2020, you've seen more people transition from heart attacks. You've seen more people transition from strokes. You've seen more people transition from diabetes. I'm talking about, bro, it's been at a heavy rate. You have to ask yourself, why? Why? Then you seen the whole world get shut down, y'all. We watched the whole world get shut down, have to stay in the house, have a curfew, and keep a certain amount of distances. Why? Why? You see what I'm saying? Now imagine yourself, bro, like, we know that they have an agenda or a goal to get numbers to a certain, like we heard Bill Gates come on here and say this, y'all. It's overpopulated. That's the main agenda. But see, they gonna give it to y'all in a pretty format, make you feel like, you know, we just want to come along and help you. That's what they're gonna tell you. They're gonna say, hey, we want to come along and help you any way that we can. Okay? And so with that being said, we don't think that y'all should eat meat no more. Let us eat the meat. Okay? Y'all don't need the meat. What we gonna do for y'all is we're gonna make y'all all these plant-based burgers, y'all. You feel what I'm saying? And if we ain't got enough plants to feed y'all, because half of the plants that we growing right now is GMO seeds and shit like that, guess what we gonna do? We gonna make y'all insect sandwiches, okay? Yeah, that's a suit and diet for them. Let's go ahead and put them on an insectual diet. You see what I'm saying? Ain't nobody reading this shit. I done came on here, y'all, and I done actually put the information out here. But when I'm reading it to y'all verbatimly, people don't want to stick around for the information. Because they want to be entertained. They don't want to be informed. They want to be entertained. They don't want to be informed. Understand what I'm trying to tell you? And look, what I'm trying to tell you, when we talk about insectual diets, when they're trying to put you on insect, look, that's what they're trying to do. They're really trying to put you on an insect diet. But my point is to say that these people have goals. They have 5 to 10-year goals. We coming up in the year 2025. What's going to happen? I predict that the year 2025, man, we finna see more people transition at a more rapid rate, y'all. And I can guarantee you it's going to be a major surprise that's going to get ready to happen in the year 2025. And if you make it to the year 2025, man, look, which we know you will, because we know it's a power in our words, our thoughts and our actions, right? So with that being said, we know we'll be there. I can guarantee you, you're going to see it. And you're going to say, man, the God said that. I'm telling y'all, man, y'all got to get suited and booted now, man. The Most High, bro, and my spirit, bro, as I speak right now, is telling me, bro, for those of you who have a calling on y'all life, y'all, who's going through it in some way, form, or fashion, bro, the year 2025 and up is what the Most High is preparing you for. Yeah. Something is telling me, y'all, just as I sat right here, bro, and as I speak to you right now, I get chills in my body, right? Because the Most High is telling me the year 2025, y'all, is what y'all been getting prepared for right now, y'all. Yeah, because things are escalating right now. And like I said, they have a 5-year plan. Now, I want you to make no mistake, by the year 2010, y'all, it's some things that's got to be set into place. They got to have the numbers where they want the numbers to be at. Yeah. They got to have these numbers where they want the numbers to be at. So I say that to say things I finna get drafted. I feel like the first 5 years was all them trying to work things out to figure out how it is that they was going to execute in some way, form, or fashion. But see, I keep telling y'all, see, unlike y'all, they don't stop. They don't give up. They have a reputation to uphold. See, it's bigger than what you think it is. It's a reputation that needs to be upheld. So they will win by any means necessary. Yeah. And see, I want y'all to know, make no mistake when I say these type of things, you can say it's a conspiracy theory if you want. These are not real humans. These ain't the gods, the goddesses. These ain't the humans that we dealing with, y'all. I want you to know that these are Draconians that we dealing with and Pleiadians. Yeah. These are Draconians that we dealing with and Pleiadians. They been here. They've been here way before you came. See, I keep telling you, for those of you who actually follow me on YouTube, you know we dug in to Argartha. The word Argartha meaning what? Down the hole, right? You see what I'm saying? So these beings that lived in Argartha, these beings that lived through that hole, or through the hole is what Argartha means, you see what I'm saying? Are a lot of the ancient beings that were here during the period of time that what's happening right now that's causing the water to happen was here, okay? So what I want y'all to understand is that every 3,600 years, roughly anywhere between 3,600 to 3,800 years, this plane of planet comes around, causing the calamity to happen on this plane of planet, right? And then people have to scramble somewhere and survive. So I truly believe, right? And look, I know, right, that these individuals come up during this period, and the survivors, they either welcome into their home in some way, form, or fashion, or they give them little clues and keys to how to reestablish this until the next 3,600 years, y'all. Because, like I keep telling y'all, a lot of these villages and a lot of these bodies that these archaeologists are digging up, y'all, are digging up, they ain't no longer, these bones ain't no, they probably date back to about maybe 1,000 years ago in real time. And I'm just keeping it real. I believe that they lying inside of these books. That's my opinion. Okay? They want you to believe that a lot of these books, like dinosaurs, you know what I'm saying? They want, see, like dinosaurs and things like that, they want you to believe that these dinosaurs existed millions of years ago, when in all actuality, they existed, I believe, anywhere between 1,000 to 3,000 years ago. And my reason for that is, okay, it's saying that when we talk about Planet X or whatever, or we talk about Planet Nibiru, whatever it is that you want to call it, right? I want you to know that it comes around every 3,600 years. We just discussed this. Anywhere between 3,600 years, 1,000 years, right? All the way up until 800, right? So with that being said, we know that there's some form of calamity that's taking place around that time, because this is a repetitive thing. Okay? We know that. So with that being said, if we're going off this ideology, right, or this thought process, then we will have to say, basically, what's going on?
I'm literally just trying. Are you busy or are you?
Yeah.
Are you on a call?
I'm on live.
Oh, I'm sorry. So there's just this little pond. I was gonna walk down here, see if we can fish here.
Oh, go ahead.
I was just not trying to bother you.
Yeah, y'all. So, you know, if we go with that ideology, then we have to understand, right, that basically, look, anything that could be found that close at the top of the dirt cannot be millions of years. We talking about a calamity that takes place repetitively, y'all. Okay? So let's think about this. Every 3,600 years, this calamity comes. This plane of planet comes through. And look, what happens is this, y'all, is that we have what is known as aura clouds, right? That sits about 50 to 500 astronomical units away from the sun. Now, these oracle clouds are basically ice clouds, y'all. They're ice clouds. So what happens is that once this plane of planet crosses through our path or gets anywhere in the vicinity of these aura clouds, it's going to cause a momentary disruption, okay? Which is going to cause a cosmic shower to take place in terms of like meteorite showers and things like that, okay? It's going to cause these things to take place, y'all. And this is where you get your end at. Now, you have to understand, as it crosses the skies, it causes the planet to do what? To tilt up, to heat up more, which is why we're starting to see what's happening in Antarctica take place with the ice walls melting. You see what I'm saying? Which is why, you know, we starting to see the fish come closer to the shore and things like this. You see what I'm saying? because it's doing what it's supposed to do, which is why the sun is giving us, signs, because it's having major CME. The sun is becoming extremely hot. It's very active. And we also have the moon, because what? For those of you who vibrate at the frequency of the Bible, what does it say? The sign shall be in the star. So when you see the moon now, I don't care what nobody say. When you see the moon now smack dead in the middle of the day, and it's just positioned there, that is a sign that, guess what? We are in the revelation. We are in the time of the revealing. We are in endgame, y'all. You about to see something take place. And just like I said, I truly believe that what you about to get ready to take place, and what the chosen ones have been gain stock for, what y'all been being prepared for, is 2025. Yeah. 2025 on up, because, see, they have an agenda for 2030. And in my opinion, that agenda is by any means necessary, y'all. So, yeah. But yeah, make no mistake. And like I say, see, when you get into the revelation and things like that, right, you start to see what they talk about, volcanoes. You start to see what they talk about, what do they call that? Earthquakes and things like that, tsunamis, because as this planet comes through our atmosphere, it's going to cause our poles to start to shift fast as fuck. They're going to be shifting, I'm talking about extremely fast, y'all. So yeah, you're going to have mudslides. You're going to have volcanoes erupting, y'all. You see what I'm saying? You're going to have tornadoes taking place. You're going to have, just tsunamis is going to kill certain people along those coastlines. You feel me? Or communities along those coastlines. It's going to get real because of what's going to happen when this comes into the atmosphere. You see what I'm saying? And it's happening right now. That's why when you look into the ocean, you see what's going on with the fish. Make no mistake, bro, because the planet is heating up. And they want y'all to believe that it's global warming, even though they have no excuse for this right now. But see, when we talk about what's going on collectively, they want y'all to believe this is global warming. You see what I'm saying? And that sums it up. But I just want to say, man, look, man, y'all got to be aware. Because to be aware is to be alive, y'all. To be aware is to be alive. These people they just steady coming over here, y'all. They see me. Well, yeah. So, yeah, make no mistake. That's what's going on. I'm going to give it to y'all on the raw, man. Because a lot of people ain't going to tell it to y'all like that. See, the proof is in the pudding. You starting to see the things that you've never seen, or the things that you just heard about, especially when we talk about the mermaids. I use that as like a key point, because these mermaids were considered to be just myths. When we talk about Columbus speaking about, seeing these sirens and things like this on his way. Now you have a lot of the sailors who could say that they've actually heard, because I had a footage that I shared, footage I shared maybe like a year ago, y'all, okay? Where I showed y'all visual of these mermaids. You know what I'm saying? I showed y'all the visuals of the mermaids and how they really popping up. I showed y'all how the sailors was on the ship, and you could hear the sirens actually singing to them, trying to get their attention. And you seen the siren. You seen the waves from the siren. It was swimming, I'm talking about extremely fast next to this boat that had an engine in it, y'all. And singing. Like, it's real. The proof is in the pudding. The frequency is rising. Y'all better wake up, bro. This ain't nothing, we got to get on here and say, but I'm giving it to you in the raw. Say you awake, y'all. Yeah, that's most definitely. See, we got to deal with the facts. Y'all drop them down for me. We got to deal with the facts, y'all. And see, the fact is that when we can tell that something is happening traditionally, such as what we see when we talk about the resetting of this plane, the planet, y'all, you just hear around the time that the plane, the planet was finna get ready to reset. You know what I'm saying? This happens traditionally. It's been happening every 3,800 years, every 3,600 years, anywhere between every 3,600 years to every 3,800 years. We have people that have, that have really existed. But I want y'all to really understand this, y'all. For those of you who think it's impossible for beings to live in the inner earth, right? I want you to understand technology, as you know it right now, is nowhere near what the technology was back then. Okay? See, it's getting back there, and a lot of the technology that you see is actually coming from these extraterrestrials. Okay? They made a deal a long time ago to swap for technology. As long as they would allow them to come in and take some of when I say the humans, I mean the six ether the six ether, beings, right? The so-called white man, the Caucasian, right? It was a deal that was made with these grays when they came through, that they would be able to come and do an experiment on y'all. You know what I'm saying? That's big facts. So, they've been here and they've been getting the technology from them based off of a deal that was made. The little stuff that we doing right now, y'all, they been had this technology. You thought it was something, bro. When you get deep into the military, the CIA, or whatever other agencies they got, I can guarantee you, y'all, they got some technology, bro. You will be amazed that something probably pop up in their hand, y'all, when it get real deep. Imagine them years before these phones came out, they actually being able to do this already. Off of Wi-Fi. They didn't gave you Wi-Fi. They been had Wi-Fi. They been had this technology. This how it work. They been had their agents out. They talking to their agents. They can see their face on these phones. They been doing this. You just excited by it because they gave it to you. You see what I'm saying? That's all. You just excited by it because they done gave it to you. Other than that, they giving you their leftovers. Right. Darnell Wiggins Jr. say Harp CERN, Star Wars project. Yeah, all that, y'all. So, no, I'm just telling y'all, man, like, be aware, man. Don't let nobody come and fool you, man. Like I say, you need to pay attention to Mother Nature. Mother Nature is going to keep you up to beat in terms of what is going on, And then you have to also turn back to Mother Nature to get the answers, y'all. But we can also delve into history because history going to tell us. History ain't doing nothing but repeating itself. Yeah, you may evolve, in some way, form, or fashion, because guess what? It's going to be some people that's going to come along and they're going to be from this civilized community. And when they come along and rebuild, they're going to have a whole nother man thought process in terms of doing that. So they're going to come along and they're going to build differently. Which means the way that they civilize or the way that they however they get to where they going is going to be different. But I do say this, with all the technology, y'all, that we have on this planet, because I never reached my point to what I was trying to say, I don't see how you would believe that it's hard for us to have extraterrestrials enterplaying the planet. They got the technology to actually live down there. They ain't doing too much physical work. They got real shit to be able to dig into those caverns, y'all. It probably look crazy down there when you go down there. When I say crazy, it probably look way better than what you see up here. Because everybody down there is considered to be healthy because they have a disease-controlled environment. As soon as you come down there, if you have any infection in any way, form, or fashion, they give you like this drink that you got to take. And you drink this drink, and then you go through this little thing. By the time you come out of there, anything that you would have had in your body, any form of sickness that you would have had in your body, would have been dealt with because they like to have their environment controlled. Everything is controlled down there, their weather and everything. So they may have a nice gentle breeze down there. The only thing that does not happen is that it does not get dark. It don't get dark because they have only a sun. They don't have a moon. They don't have days down there. There's no such thing as time down there because they don't have a sun. The only reason they sleep is to rejuvenate themselves because that's what sleep is all about, rejuvenation. They don't believe in passing down there, y'all. They think that they look at death as a sickness. They know how to overcome it. They live for thousands and thousands of years. And this is why, like I say, we always get back to the story of Yakub because when you get into the story of Yakub, one of Yakub's brothers, father's brothers, right, fell in love with what they called the surface people. And he would go up and he would sneak to see her. Well, he told them like, man, the king down there, he told them, he was like, look, man, ain't no going back up there. Nobody from any tribe, any culture from down here is, can go up there unless they get the authority to go up there because they were looking at them when they came up there because they were so already ahead, y'all. They was looking at them like they were gods and prophecies and prophecies. So they said, we don't want y'all going up there. Well, him being in love with her, he would still sneak up there with her because he done went up here and made a family. You see what I'm saying? So he got caught doing it and they banned him away. That was like a death sentence for him because they didn't transition down there. But for him to come up here to this atmosphere, it's going to cause him to pass away. And that's what happened to Yakub's mother. Okay, because when, you have to understand the whole reason Yakub was so angry and wanted to create these group of people to begin with was because his mother was banned from down there and his father was executed because they cheated on, well, his father was actually Yakub's, the king's brother, okay? And his mother was the king's wife, okay? The brother was always jealous of him and she was angry because of the way she was given away. And, she felt uncomfortable over there. So they would sneak off and do little things behind his back, up there at the other brother's house, that was banned. You feel me? Cause they all, you know what they say? When they start, hate you, they start to go get other people to hate you so that they can work with you. So, once he got wind of this, he tracked him back down there. He basically executed his brother and sentenced her to death by making her stay up there. She was banned from ever coming to enter earth. And this is what made Yakub so angry because she ended up, committing. She knocked herself off and Yakub was like, man, you know what? I vow to build a group of people or raise a group of people that's going to come over and rule over these people. And he made that vow based off of what took place with his mother and his sister. You see what I'm saying? So, yeah, like, I just say all that to say, like, these were, I forgot where I was at, y'all, but because, I got off into a whole nother thing, but yeah, it's real. These people are very intelligent down here, though. The real say, time is irrelevant. Once you sleep, you only wake up from, because of the beneath of the realms of the core of earth, water, and they hate us because we have a sun. Well, hey, that may be it. But yeah, everybody know time does not really exist, y'all. You give time. It goes back to what I just said when we talk about, magic, and it goes back to them coming along and trying to distort your thought process and keep you in a certain thought to make you think that certain things are bad. You feel me? But they have you partake in the ones that they feel like it's okay. Okay, well, you know what? It's okay for you to go light a candle and sit your kid in front of it because it's harmless. That ain't considered to be magic. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, what I was replying to something that somebody had said on here. Yeah, they know that every time you get in front of that cake and you start chanting over that cake, you actually, putting yourself into a situation or causing yourself to actually age. You're doing that. You causing yourself to age. Ain't nobody calls you to age but you. Hey. So, once you start to realize that, and guess what? Through all the food that you ain't supposed to be eating, man. It's crazy. I just seen this 77-year-old goddess, y'all, do 77 push-ups on her birthday. And she said, what's so crazy about that is she has family members that can't even do 77 push-ups. And she looks just as young. She looks no older than about maybe 35, y'all. Beautiful. To be her age, 77. The pure definition of black don't crack, I promise you, y'all. Y'all drop them down. This is the pure definition of that, y'all. Real black don't crack. Understand what I'm trying to tell you? When I say that, bro, skin is just wrinkle free. And she said it's all because she changed the way that she eat. She took refined fruits and all that sugars out of her diets. And she got on a certain stern diet process. And, that's what allowed her to remain the way that she looks. I keep telling y'all, they know what they doing. They putting everything into place, bro, to even give you a death sentence, a date of death. See, they telling you can't nobody live past 120 years. You have to understand that you are not meant to transition. Even if your shell get old, but your shell should never get old because you are supposed to remain active. They took your activeness away from you. See, they form of keeping you active is keeping your ass at work, lifting and pulling and doing all of that. That's how they keep you active, but while the whole time tearing down this vessel that you have, this avatar. You see what I'm saying? You ain't supposed to get old. You supposed to eat a certain way. You supposed to be always up because you supposed to really be out amongst nature, playing, running, jumping, climbing trees, doing whatever it is that you need to do amongst nature in the garden, doing these things. Therefore, you don't really get too old because you eating a certain way. You maintain a certain fruits. You be 100 and some years old. Your mind is still refreshed because you ain't eating all this junk that's tying up your brain. You know what I'm saying? You 120 years old. You remember all your grandkids' name. You still walking around, getting around fine. You understand what I'm saying? Because you remain active throughout that 120 years. Or at least a good maybe 115 of those years. You feel me? But see, what do? They come along and say, well, you know what? We gonna play God. Let's go get them certain foods. And then that food, guess what we gonna do? We're going to put little things in that we know is toxic to the body, but we're going to tell them since we gave it to them in small portions, it's okay to consume. Whole time is really knocking them down. You see what I'm saying? We're going to give that to them in their toothpaste as well. You feel what I'm saying? Well, yeah, let's start generating this food, because guess what? You know what? We make them think that what they have is really good. They used to doing that anyway. A lot of them been doing it since they were slaves, and the ones who weren't slaves was even doing it because they allowed the slaves to cook for them, and that's the bill that they was giving them. See, so why they think that they somebody, they ain't really nobody either. So let me go ahead and, you know, give them the meat to eat. And if they want vegetables, make the vegetables way higher than it is to get a 14 pack of chicken. Yeah, I want them to spend $30 on trying to put them a meal together and make that chicken over there, make that chicken 14. Make that, see what I'm saying? It's bad. Why would I give it to them? Give it to them. Just throw that shit away. That's how you know what they give you in the store is bad. That's how you know that what they're giving you is playing a major role to your demands, because they give it to you at such a cheap price. Something that should be considered to be, you know, plentiful. When we talk about meat, right? Why is it that you giving me, why I got to pay more for vegetables to eat cleaner than I do have to pay for meat? Say like the fruit. You can't hardly find the black seedy kinds. That's big fact. But I'm just telling you, it's all a process, y'all. It's all a process. It's all something that they've done strategically, y'all, to ultimately bring you to your demise, to be able to promote the time that you transition. Even if you old and you comprehensive, I want you to understand, bro, that you ain't gonna transition. If you transition in any way, form, or fashion, y'all, and I mean, I don't care what it is, whether it be a heart attack, whether it be, and this is just, you know, look, for entertainment purposes only, y'all understand what I'm trying to tell you. You have to understand, bro, I can guarantee that it was caused in some way, form, or fashion from something you ate, something you drank, something you smoked, because guess what? Whatever it was that you was consuming caused you to ultimately go into that, right? Whether it was slowly over time or if it was taken that one day. So now look, when you make it to that age, you like 120 years old, bro, and you still swinging, you know, you may not have all your, you know, your senses and stuff, but you 120 years old, and you go to your doctor's meeting, yo, for something slight, you got a little cold or something, they take you out. I can guarantee you, y'all, look, I don't care what, look, so many people walk in there, y'all, and they come out like, I mean, they don't come out, just they would have went in there with like a minor cold. They were supposed to come home. Understand what I'm trying to tell you? They were supposed to come home. They went in there with a minor cold, and they said, fuck it, let's go ahead and take them up out of here. Because I told you, when you walk into a lot of these hospitals, they got death committees. Yeah, they determine who lives and who goes home. Precious Deputy say, I even heard you can't order seeds from other places here in the USA. Yeah. They won't let it come back. They won't let certain fruits come over here either because they're seeded. But I ain't gonna lie, I walked into Walmart and got me a watermelon, bro. The watermelon had white and black seeds in it, which was kind of weird. I'm like, why is it white and black seeds? But the seed that had black seeds kind of, you know, threw me off a little bit. But with that being said, y'all had to tap in, man, and just bring y'all up to speed in terms of what was going on. Like I said, I don't know how many of you actually know what's going on out there when it comes to the ocean, what's been going on with the fishes, how we starting to see more of these white squirrels, these white, I can't think about buffaloes and things like that. I don't know how many of y'all was up to date on that, but I really want to bring y'all up to date on that and also give y'all my thought process in terms of why it's happening. Okay? Why it's happening, y'all, while we all still running around sticking to the repetition. All right? But with that being said, man, y'all make sure y'all get over to YouTube if you haven't already. Get over to YouTube and follow me on YouTube at I Am Awakened. Also, don't forget to follow me on Instagram at I Am Awakened _Starseed. And I just want to leave y'all as I came. I want you guys to always be aware, because to be aware is to be alive. And as always, peace, family. Peace meaning positive energy. Always creates elevation. Ashe.